Welcome to Saskatchewan Pitch Night Fall 2025. I'm Jesse Weave, the Community Development Lead at Startup TNT.
And I'm Hassan Naqvi, investor with Startup TNT and Fall Summit co-lead.
Yeah, we're so excited to be here with you in Regina, Hassan. We're at the Saskatchewan Science Center. How awesome is this tonight? And we've got an amazing watch party going on in Saskatoon. Shout out to the other co-lead, Mike Wolfsfeld, and the group up at the Collider Space at Innovation Saskatchewan in Saskatoon. Hope you're all having a good night.
What a venue here tonight, eh, Jesse?
Oh my God, it's so much fun. You're definitely missing out if you didn't come down here to Regina. We're at the Science Center, the place where we all had fun as kids, didn't we?
I remember being here as a kid. I bring my kids here. I mean, we got the bubble thing. We got the electrocute yourself thing.
Yeah, we got the balloon, the hot air balloon. You know, it's definitely bringing back memories, and it's a great place to be celebrating innovation and startups here in Saskatchewan. But we're not only here in Regina, though. We're also on treaty territory, are we not?
Of course, before we dive into the evening, we want to acknowledge that we are gathered here tonight on Treaty 4 territory, the traditional lands of the Cree, Saulteaux, Dakota, Lakota, Nakota, and the homeland of the Métis.
Yeah, and we recognize that the entrepreneurial spirit has always existed on this land. And at Startup TNT, we are committed to reconciliation by actively supporting Indigenous entrepreneurs, listening to their stories, and including their voices in our startup community. We're proud to be collaborating with organizations like SIAT and SIEDN and many others to help shape a more inclusive innovation ecosystem here in Saskatchewan.
That's right, Jesse. And when we think about the past of this land, we also think about the past of Startup TNT and how we got here. TNT started in 2019 across the prairies with the focus of bringing entrepreneurs, investors, startup founders, developers all together to have fun, make friends, and build companies.
Yeah, on Thursday nights. If those that don't know, TNT in the name stands for Thursday Night Tradition. That's right. We've been doing this on every Thursday night, starting in Edmonton with the two co-founders, Zach and Tim, and then now spreading all across the prairies. And in fact, our Agri-Food and Life Sciences program are going national this year. So it's been really exciting. And we've got some amazing logos up on there of some of the recent winners in the last couple of years. So many that we can't possibly fit them on a single slide anymore. But what I love to see that is there's so many great stories behind all these awesome companies. Hey, Hassan?
I agree with you, Jesse. Yeah. All these companies, amazing stories, and the best part is they're all local prairie companies.
Absolutely. We're growing it right here at home. And if you didn't know what we were trying to do at Startup TNT, well, we're on a mission to become the best startup investors in town. We're trying to do that not just here in Saskatchewan, but all across Canada. And it started, as a happy hour, but now we are the most active pre-seed investor in the country the last 2 years running.
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting. Let's celebrate that. Because it's not just about me and Hassan, it's about all the amazing investors, all the amazing entrepreneurs, the community members, everybody that's making that possible, that we've invested $9.4 million into 119 companies over the last 5 years.
Yeah, that's just amazing stats. And here's some more amazing numbers and stats to think about. In 2024 alone, 558,000 raised within Saskatchewan.
For a single company, one company walked away with all of that from our investors in total. Yeah.
1.3 million record investment in a single year in Saskatchewan, also in 2024. We've done over 15 million in revenue generated by the companies in our portfolio.
Yeah, and a large portion of that is in this room right now, actually.
Yeah. And 32 million of capital raised by the portfolio, both dilutive and non-dilutive, and that's just amazing. Yeah,
let's give a round of applause for all those amazing stats there. Again, it takes a community to make that happen. Once again, 185 angel investors have invested $4.5 million into the companies, and then those companies have gone on to raise additional funding, non-dilutive, over 10 million, over 20 million in dilutive capital. Those companies are continuing to grow their sales, get bigger, and we're really excited to be a part of that journey. But we can't do it without all of our amazing partners and sponsors, right?
That's right, Jesse. It takes a community of individuals and corporations to develop companies like we just showed you, and to provide stats like we just showed you. So a huge shout out to our core funding partner, Innovation SaaS. They've been supporting founders in Saskatchewan for years.
Absolutely. We're definitely building off the back of some amazing work that Innovation Sask has done. And of course, we can't do it without some of our friends, our best friends forever. Frankly, You're going to hear a little bit about who that is a little later on here. And McKercher, of course, Saskatchewan's best dressed lawyer. Unfortunately, he can't be here tonight, but he's sent us some messages. And our close friends, BDC, Osler, MNP, and BDO. You'll be hearing from a couple of them later this evening. And then we have some amazing community supporters as well.
Yeah, huge lineup of community supporters there on the board. We got Creative Disruptive Lab here in the Rockies, RBCX, the NSBA up in Saskatoon, the Chamber also up in Saskatoon, and of course, EDR here in Regina.
Absolutely. Give a round of applause for all these amazing people making our work possible. For those that don't know, TNT is a not-for-profit organization. Yes, the investors, myself, Hassan, as investors, are in it for an ROI at the end of the day. But we're doing the work of getting more investors, investing in Saskatchewan, helping Saskatchewan Saskatchewan founders find investment and build great companies. All of that work needs to be paid for by somebody, and that's by all of these amazing people. So how does this actual work? How does this program work, this investment summit?
Well, this graphic here tries to describe how it's going to work. One of the key things I want to point out is that each investor pre-commits $5,000. So you know that the companies who are entering the summit, they know that the investors are serious. This isn't just a game.
And that speaks a lot to their belief in the startup ecosystem, their belief that there are great companies here at home. And something else I want to really point out on how it works is that, for number 2, it's not a pitch competition. Right? This is a deal screening process.
That's right. The companies are not just going to win based on what they do here tonight. There is many, many hours of due diligence going in. The investors, they're pre-committing the $5,000 and they're serious investors, so they're not just going by what's on the pitch. We're going to dig down deep into the companies, figure out what they're really up to, look at their data rooms, look at the deal screening that has to be done towards the end, because it's not just about the best company. The deal for the investors also has to be good. And that's all comes together in the finale.
Absolutely. We'll be back up in Saskatoon live once again. If you're here in Regina, please come up and join us there. Or maybe you can watch it online as well. And we might put a watch party together here in Regina.
We will have a watch party here in Regina.
Okay. Hassan's making it happen. He's calling it now. There's going to be a watch party.
Expect all you to be there.
Yeah, there we go. But it's going to be a good time, and we're going to announce live on stage who's going to walk away with at least $100,000 in investment, if not more. And our investors often like to cut checks into more than one company. So there might be more than one deal announced that evening. But who's pitching tonight? This is what you're here for. We have an incredible lineup of companies from a broad range of different sectors. We have companies in the delivery space, tourism, healthcare, cancer detection, rail lines, mining, giveaways, cybersecurity, IoT sensors. What else am I missing? There's so many.
I think you said it all, Jess. We
cars,
got everything.
Education. Just so.
Life organization apps.
Yeah. Just so, life organization apps. So many different types of entrepreneurs here tonight, and we're so excited to see them. Let's give a round of applause for all these people putting themselves out there here this evening. And what is the plan for tonight?
Well, Jesse, as we just saw, the board was 16 companies, so of course there's going to be 16 pitches. There's going to be 3 minutes per pitch. You've got a 30-second grace period after that. Me and Jesse will pull you off the stage. We have.
They've told me. They've all told me they've been practicing. They're keeping it super tight.
We've got 3 of the 16 pitches, which are going to be live streamed. Sorry, not live streamed. My bad. Pre-recorded.
Yes.
Because the founders couldn't make it. So one of the things I want to point out is each founder has done a lot of work, a lot of hours to come up here and pitch in front of a crowd. So give them the respect that they deserve. Be attentive. If you need to talk, there's lots of room in the back. But give them the attention, give them the support and the cheering that they need.
Absolutely. And when you're watching these pitches, right, you might not be an investor here in this room, but everybody can contribute in their own way. Maybe you know somebody who can help them. Maybe you know a friend or a family member that works in the industry that you could introduce them to, that could potentially lead to a sale, that could lead to a partnership, that could lead to investment. You never know, right? And we are in this together here in Saskatchewan, and so it takes a community. So let's all think about that. And if you have any feedback or hashtag or photos, please post them online with the hashtag Summit 12XIISK, please. And Also, sorry, quick note as well before I talk about the after party. There will be an intermission through the evening, so after the first half of the pitches. So yeah, plenty of time to talk. So please, pay focus attention during the pitches, because there's time to talk during the intermission, and then there's going to be time to talk at the after party.
That's right. We save all the talking energy for after. And the night doesn't end with the pitches. Yes. We got an after party at Vic's Tavern, so hopefully all of you can make it. That's where we can really connect and share stories and ideas.
Yeah, and we love to contribute and make friends here at TNT. That's what we're about. Our motto is have fun, make friends, build companies, and one of the best ways to make friends, that's in fact how Zach and Tim first met at a happy hour, was buying around for your friends. So if you want to donate a tab to the tab and buy around for your friends at the after party, just donate to cheers@startuptnt.com. We'll give you a shout out. Hassan and I threw in $100 here already.
Already did.
Yeah. So we already got some going. Let's keep it going. And, of course, get your tickets for that November 13th finale in Saskatoon. But without further ado, let's get into the fun and let the pitches begin. And to bring or to introduce our first set of pitches, we've got the new kids on the block. You're wondering who they were because their logo's up there as a best friend forever. So they've got to be pretty close with us. But you're like, frankly, who are they? Well, let's welcome Larry from Frankly up to the stage, and Carl.
Yeah. And Jill.
And Jill. All right, we got the whole crew up here. We're going to make some room on stage. So, we know you. We've seen you here before, but you had another name before. Right, so what's going on now?
Well, frankly, I'm going to be dropping it all night. Just prepared for it. No, there was a change of ownership at the agency, and we thought, hey, let's just rip the whole Band-Aid off and rebrand. So we rebranded to Frankly, and that's essentially what we live and breathe at our agency, is just being honest and straightforward and not sugarcoating anything, because you can't really build trust if you're not honest with the people that you work with.
Awesome. All right, so Carl, what are your services that you offer at Frankly? What do you guys do?
Well, we are full service. So
full
basically,
service.
If you can dream it, we can do it.
Not full service.
Being very frank.
But I guess the thing that we love the most is brand and branding, and so that is part of the reason why we love being involved in this space, is because of all the ideas and the people who have the big ideas. That's the stuff we want to get involved in. And so helping create brands is kind of the stuff that gets us excited, for sure.
That's great. And Jill, how can we get in touch with you? How can people get in touch with you guys?
In touch with me specifically?
Well, frankly.
You can reach us at Hello Frankly online, Instagram, socials, or email. And we have a website.
That's what I was waiting for.
There you go. All right. Well, without further ado, Frankly, take it away.
All right. I'll be introducing our first presenter. Jana is a founder and connects people literally through her business, Drawbridge. Let's give it up for her as the first presenter of the night, everybody. Round of applause.
Hi, I'm Jana with Drawbridge, and Drawbridge is a platform to help brands, agencies, and influencers run giveaways easier. Because brands today have engagement issues. Between stricter privacy regulations, more AI content being generated, and changing social algorithms, brands just can't connect with their audiences like they used to, and therefore they can't capture data on those audiences. Now, giveaways are actually the most effective way to capture data because people give their real information when they want to win the prize. Yet 70% of landing pages, or people visiting a landing page, will actually exit that landing page before submitting their data. And that leaves a lot of data on the table. So we're here to change that. With Drawbridge, users can create custom landing pages that collect all the entry information. It makes a draw for the winner and then provides a bridge so all your leads can go into your chosen CRM. And it connects seamlessly with your existing tech stack via a Zapier integration, or you can use it on its own, just sharing the links on social or at in-person events via the QR code. And now our giveaways are actually performing much better. The competition is already about 15 to 20 years old, and we focus on a modern brand-forward experience that's actually converting at double the industry average. And if someone was to create the custom landing page, lead management system, and the draw randomizer on their own, it would take a developer about 6 weeks to create, and that's a senior developer. With Drawbridge, anyone can create a campaign in under 6 minutes, and they don't need development experience. We launched our product in May, and in the first 100 days, we underwent user testing and actually got some paying customers out of that, including users in the US already. And in the first 100 days, we helped launch 25 giveaways, so we're averaging one every 4 days, sorry. And in the next 3 years, we have 3 phases in our roadmap, which is building out more features, developing more integrations, and expanding our AI capabilities. And we've been doing this for 20 years. We're all marketing and agency vets, and Darren is our CTO. He actually owns his own web development company for the last 13 years. And the reason Drawbridge came about is because a client approached him wanting to run a giveaway, but they couldn't find something that fit, so Darren built one. And it's actually a really interesting space. It's valued at $3.6 billion right now, but expected to scale to over $10 billion by 2033. And our plans start at $14.99 and expand all the way to $400 a month, with a significant path to price expansions built into our roadmap already. But to get there, we are raising $1 million right now to accelerate our marketing and development initiatives over the next 12 to 18 months. Because it's time to level up engagement strategies. And with Drawbridge, everybody wins. Thank you.
Wow, this is quick in and out. Okay, next up, we have Mike from Make It Snappy, and after the presentation, you'll see that he's in it for the long haul. Give it up for Mike! I don't know where he is, but hopefully he's here.
Cargo hailing will change how items move. MakeItSnappy.com. You load, we drive, you unload. Hi everyone, Matt Wilkinson, founder and CEO, MakeItSnappy.com. Seeking $500,000 investment for 5% equity. Meet the team, Matt Cassell, 7 years experience, and incoming CTO, Satyam Singh. Our advisors, Prattbury Kevin Gordon, and John McClymont. Kevin Gordon, ex-Skip the Dishes. 2.4 million pieces of used furniture sold last year, many requiring delivery. Solution, MakeItSnappy.com. 20 million pieces of new furniture sold last year, many requiring delivery at $200 plus and having to wait. MakeItSnappy.com. When employees go on supply runs, they go on for 2 hours at a cost of $100 plus to the business. MakeItSnappy.com. Half the price, half the cost. Our competitive advantage is providing a vehicle in 15 to 30 minutes. We can easily be integrated into the above products and be integrated into processes for businesses such as furniture stores, construction, plumbing, and auto repair. On a comparison for a 5K 10-minute delivery, friends and family is always going to come in first. Beer and pizza mounts up to $40 though very quickly. Make It Snappy came in at second place. We pay double what ride hailing pays, and our insurance is a tenth of the cost. We pay double what gig economy drivers are getting in other businesses. Our drivers don't load or unload items for speed and efficiency, nor do we carry passengers. 12 drivers ready to deliver. An example of the web app, sign up login page, and profile. How to create a delivery with price summary. How a driver accepts delivery, live tracking, and notifications. We currently own these domain names. Launched in September and final version February 26th. Spreading across Western Canada in the next 4 months and then moving to Eastern Canada. Marketing plan. Marketing examples. More examples. Goals are 3 deliveries per day with 1 driver, going up to 250 deliveries per day with 90 drivers. Break-even point is month 11. Sales of 1.5 million year 1, 15 million year 2, 27 million year 3. Valuation stable year 1, 6x year 2, 11x year 3. We're currently seeking social media expertise. Sign up and book your delivery now at makeitsnappy.com. Thank you.
Sorry, his name is Matt, not Mike. I will get the next name right. We have Karen from Enviro Integration, and she's all about mining companies giving a damn. So give it up for Karen.
Did you know that there are 3 to 6 failures every single year in mining over the last 5 years? That's more than double that of the failure rate over the last 30 years. And in 2025, we've had 8 failures already. Now, mine waste failures can have devastating and irreversible damages to the environment and communities, loss of lives and injuries, billions of dollars of damages, fines and compensation, as well as criminal charges, shutdowns, and significant hits to the share price and reputation of companies. I'm Karen Chauvin, the CEO of Enviro Integration, and I've been working in this space for 25 years. There are many causes of failure of mine waste facilities. And because we're always raising them and infilling and they last forever, those risks are always changing. So vigilance is critical. We've created CI RiskDB, our all-in-one enterprise-wide risk governance solution. It provides a knowledge hub. It introduces an evaluation sequence so that we can assess the risks and quantify them, and enhances team communications and provides significant time savings in reporting, auditing, and training teams. This is a way we can just show all the results of the evaluations so that decision makers can compare facilities and make decisions on how they can reduce the risks of failure. Now, this is a product that was requested originally, and we built an MVP with our partner, Agnico Eagle Mines. And since then, we've been listening to the market and have rebuilt our platform for product market fit, and we have a lot more traction in the market now. Agnico Eagle is now in a paid pilot with the new system and have provided a letter of intent to move to a full license for their systems. IAMGOLD has also provided a letter of intent, and we have 3 other companies committing to pilots in the future. We also have several other companies in our pipeline that we're moving along, and these are all high-value, long-term contract potential. We have a global and growing market because the world needs metals and minerals, and we're starting with the small to mid-size tier 1 and 2 companies located in the Americas. Now, we're raising $500,000, and with your investment, we would like to grow our team so that we can reach our target of over $2 million ARR in 3 years, scale our processes, as well as add capabilities to our platform. So join us in protecting people and the environment. And I'll be around to answer questions later.
All right, our next presenter is Colton, who is the co-founder and CEO of TauLabs. TauLabs' mission is to bring real-time visibility to job sites, tracking tools, equipment, and materials with ease, which helps teams make smarter, data-driven decisions in the field. Welcome, Colton.
Hello, everybody. My name's Colton. I'm the CEO of TauLabs. So, construction contractors still rely on manual reporting, pen and paper, Excel, to track equipment and job site activity. And I would know. In the summers of my undergrad, I had a job painting parking lots and fixing potholes, and I was always the guy who filled out the reports. The issue is when these reports aren't filled out. For the average contractor, that means delayed billing since there's no proof of work, project delays since there's poor communication, and equipment that gets left on job sites because it wasn't clear whose job it was to actually bring it back. At TauLabs, we solve this issue in 2 ways. Firstly, we automate the data collection with our simple hardware device, Talon. Simply place it on any piece of equipment. It monitors the location, and through vibration, we can detect engine hours and idle times. That all gets routed into Horizon, our dashboard that allows customers to have a bird's eye view of their equipment and their job sites. At TauLab, we automate the data collection to help contractors turn data into actions, using that data to automatically generate invoices, schedule maintenance before breakdowns happen, and easily identify lost equipment and send notifications to the people who need to know the most. The construction IoT market is a $14.8 billion market globally at a 16% compound annual growth rate. But adoption amongst SMEs is lagging. Only 18% of SMEs actually track their assets. This is because our main competitors are focused on enterprise clients, leaving 99% of the market underserved. Our ideal customer is 10 to 50 employees. This allows a bit of a Goldilocks size for us, where they're large enough to see improvement from telematics, but too small for enterprise solutions. This represents 15% of all construction companies, or about 115,000 companies in the United States and 23,000 companies in Canada. And this is the team to do it. Myself, Colton Breikreitz, as the CEO, Dylan Hossaker as the CTO, Nathan Sandelis on software, and Robert Ulmer on hardware. Our team is comprised of engineering graduates and a student, giving us great technical ability. Now, potentially the most important question, what do we do with the money? Right now, we have 4 devices that we use for testing across 2 pilot projects, and we're this close from turning those MVPs into an actual sellable product. Secondly, we need to scale those pilots. 4 devices is not enough for us to make a meaningful impact at these pilots. We need 50 or 100 devices per pilot location. And lastly, marketing. As the winter approaches, construction contractors are going to have more time on their hands, which is an awesome time for us to make a first touch point and to get deposits before the springtime, and they actually need these solutions. That's all. Thank you.
That was amazing. What an incredible block of pitches there, Hassan. Wasn't that just a great way to kick off the show?
That was awesome, Jesse. Everyone give it up again. One more
Give it
time
up again
first
for
round
all our
pitches.
4 going first. Never easy. All right, let's keep the show on the road. We got our next co-host coming out. The folks responsible for where we're hosting our watch party here this evening up in Saskatoon. Let's give it up for Nick from Innovation Saskatchewan.
Hello.
It's
hello.
great to see you. This is your first time coming out to a TNT event. How are you enjoying it so far?
Absolutely loving it. You know, when somebody told me I was going to a pitch night, I thought this might have been a Blue Jays watch party.
But they won last night, so we didn't need to watch another game
night.
today. Yeah, there you go. Well, Nick, what do you do over at Innovation Sask? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm the director of project management with Innovation Saskatchewan, so that's kind of on the research and technology park side.
So helping build spaces like Collider up in Saskatoon.
Absolutely beautiful space.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely helping build that stuff out.
Yeah, but Innovation Saskatchewan does so much more than just the R&T parks. A lot of people know them for that, but what else does Innovation Saskatchewan do here in the province?
Oh yeah, and we have a ton of different funds and programs really designed to help a lot of the people in this room tonight. We have our STSI funds, which is
tax credit for investing,
yeah,
45% back.
We have our
We both love that one.
We have our SAFE fund, our AGF.
Yes.
We have our MIST funds. And that the input for the MIST fund is due October 31st. So if anybody's interested, please
apply for
by
MIST
that
funding.
date.
You want some free money from the government? Apply for the MIST funding. Come on, take it. How can people reach out and get in touch if they want to do it? I think you guys have a brand new website, new brand logo, everything coming out.
Brand new website, brand new logo.
Yeah.
Check it out, innovationsask.ca. Come check me out. Come check out our website, and we can get you hooked up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, I think we'll go on to the next round of companies.
Yes, let's do it. All right. Tell us who's up next, Nick.
All right. First up, we have Jeff Simpson with Kago.
Let's do it. There you go. Mike.
Got a mic ready to go. I'm just going to try this thing here quick. Good. For those of you who don't know who I am, Jeff Simpson with Kago. We drive kids 3 to 17 years of age, 365 days a year, wherever they may need to go. The parent crisis, the chauffeuring of kids around, it still exists. We estimated at 6.5 weeks a year, parents across Canada drive kids around. Unfortunately, too, school boards are spending around $140 million across Canada still putting kids into cars. KGO fixes this in 30 seconds. So we're not a concept anymore. You may have figured that out. We've done 15,000 rides in Saskatoon, 100,000 kilometers. We've had 0 safety issues, and we're only 30 rides a day here from breaking even in Saskatoon. The entire time of what parents spend across North America, that time, is valued at about $1.4 trillion. Wouldn't it be nice to have some of that? Our immediate goal here is to be in all 5 prairie cities through 26, that 6-hour radius around Saskatoon. So KGO's take on those 5 cities would be somewhere between $1.5 and $2 million. The plan is by end of 28 to be in 25 cities total across Canada and or the United States. And our KGO's take on that would be 14 to 18 million. Of course, we've always talked about this. It's always based on 1% of that eligible age bracket. So in that, we're not including any carpool revenue. We're not including any of our senior revenue that we're going to launch soon, or no revenue from social services. Now, why is this tough to replicate, or can't be? It's about relationships. Some of these relationships with these school boards and these entities took over 2 years to develop. As I said about the 15,000 rides, our safety record is perfect. Schools trust us because we've proven it. Community model, our driver retention is 80%. In a typical rideshare scenario, it's under 30. And of course, the government validation, validating our technical innovation. Of course, this, as you probably figured out, this isn't about an app. This is about relationships, safety infrastructure, and community trust that takes years to build. So we're here to get here again. We're looking for that 500K. Move us into this initiation across the prairies. Our target by the end of December is to break even in Saskatoon. Mid-26, through the end of it, accumulate those 5 prairie cities in total. And then as you saw there, the target through the end of 28, the strategic exit. I think we're set up very well for that. And a nice valuation. So we're building a prairie tech success story here. By the end of 28, we estimate we should be employing about 600 people, proving that you can scale right here in Saskatchewan. I'd like to thank TNT for all their support the last few years and the opportunity again to talk to all of you. Thank you.
Okay, next up we have Connor Phillips, who's actually a Mr. Recipient, previous Mr. Recipient. He'll be joining us remotely with Roamlii.
Hey everyone, sorry I can't be there tonight. Due to some extenuating circumstances, I'm pre-recording my pitch for you. All right, North American tourism is a multi-trillion-dollar industry, but financially influenced algorithms dominate every system. Our mission at Roamlii is to break that cycle and make ethical, inclusive exploration the new default. We're the digital operating system for experiential tourism. My name is Connor, founder and CEO of Roamlii, and I've spent decades in tourism, sales, marketing, project management, and tech. The story I'm about to share surrounds one of our most important legacy industries and how it's been hijacked by ad dollars and deceptive platforms. The output is travelers are shown what's paid the most for their attention, not what they're actually looking for. The essence of travel is discovery, connection, and community, but most systems are extractive, built to harvest attention and monetize every click. The result, an industry shaped by algorithms, not by people. And what's lost? Curiosity-driven exploration and real discovery. We built Roamlii to sit where no one else does. Experiential, value-adding, AI-enhanced. The others, they extract, they don't empower. That's the gap we're filling. For the local cafe owner, the kayaking tour guide, the backcountry outfitter, the ones creating real magic, they deserve visibility without having to pay a premium for it. What if travelers could explore based on curiosity? What if every event, festival, and sport could be discovered in one place? That's what Roamlii is making possible, and that's discovery that works for everyone. A simple way to discover, plan, and book, and experiences that become a part of your story, the kind that stay with you. Roamlii's intelligent digital OS serves beyond travelers and operators. We serve the communities that connect them with smart tools enhanced with AI, machine learning, and data intelligence, all designed to amplify what makes a place special and help travelers explore more meaningfully. It's visibility, connection, and infrastructure that works. Discovery is free because visibility shouldn't come with a price tag, and we earn a fair commission when operators succeed and offer operational tools by subscription. We're adding direct-to-consumer products like scavenger hunts, and we're partnering with industry leaders to co-develop the future. This industry is massive. It's more than revenue, though. It powers growth, fuels local pride, supports 1 in 10 jobs, and connects communities. And unlike most industries, it's 100% renewable. Roamlii started as a team of 1, and it's growing steadily with strategy and purpose. We focused on infrastructure first to drive real traction later. And today, our operating system is live, built on a modern AI-enhanced framework, and we're gaining momentum. The foundation is built, and now it's time to scale. While our focus is on sustainable recurring revenue, we're also actively engaging in discussions with investors looking to make a meaningful impact in one of our most vital and often underestimated industries. Thank you.
Okay, and next up we have Ray Douglas with My Life Catcher. Bring it up, Ray.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Ray with My Life Catcher, and I hope this is on. This is our QR code in case you're interested. So I'm a little bit nervous because a lot of you guys here tonight might not get this problem. When I've done this pitch before, I had somebody say, I don't really get this. I don't know much about what goes on at home. Well, let me tell you what goes on at home. This was me with 3 little kids rushing home from work to try to get a meal on the table, empty fridge. There's a note in the backpack. Oh, science project due tomorrow. That's nice. Bath time, bedtime. The team's texting me from work. Guess what? Monday Night Football is playing on the TV. Guess I'm doing it alone again tonight, and that's just Monday. The problem? Women are drowning. We need a system. The US Surgeon General said that parenting is actually bad for your health last August. Let's change that. This is an underserved market. There's tons of tools for me at work. There's nothing for me as a CEO of the family. We're burning out, we're overwhelmed, and we're not productive at work or school. Our customers early on in surveys and in interviews said, we're drowning, I can't breathe, I'm losing it, I want to run away. Our app now live on the App Store, 5-star reviews. People are saying, thank you, you see me, you get it. One simple, shareable, searchable solution that, for example, scrapes a recipe from the internet and voila, puts it into the app. No more searching through Instagram for what can I make for dinner. The ready-to-go list shopping, updated in real time when he's at the store and you're trying to get that meal on the table. And we have an AI-enabled assistant who's there to help you get things done. Our traction, 245 users since we went live just a few months ago. We've got a network effect going. People love this solution. We're looking to talk about this in spheres where people are gathering at work, in associations, teams, working through community partnerships. This is our go-to-market strategy. Our phase 1 in this next year, we're still free to use for now. As we move to a converted pay model, we're going to see, hopefully, our super engaged ultra users talking about this, whispering about it to their friends, saying this is the best thing since dry shampoo. We're looking for the network effect then to take us to exponential growth. Our secret sauce, sharing. One person can get up to 58, 68 users just by talking about sharing a recipe, sharing a book club item, holiday dinner plan. The opportunity, this is a $7.7 billion market, North America. Our ICP is close to $3.4 billion, and we think we can capture it. This is the team so far, plus a few others who might be here tonight. My super co-founder, Rick Larson, and we've lived this problem. We have 5 kids between the 2 of us, second marriage. We have the experience from startups to big organizations and government. I have a passion for this problem, and so does Rick, and we're setting out to solve it. Our vision, strong families, not just moms, families will change the world. You have a happy wife at home, you have a happy kid, you have a happy family, things are going to thrive. Our vision is to throw a life preserver to mums who are drowning with the overwhelm of daily life. We're seeking $250,000 to get started to build the development of the product, super enhance our AI function, but most importantly, we're looking for investors who get the problem, who see the potential, and who say, we thought they were going to change the world, and they did. If you haven't had a chance, please download our app, it's free. We're encouraging people to give us lots of feedback. We're a made in Saskatchewan solution, and we think it's going to be big. Thank you.
Awesome job there. Another great round of pitches. Give it up for all three of our block there. And for Nick jumping in. A lot of fun. Yeah.
There's some amazing companies out there.
They are some amazing companies. We're only 7 companies in. We still got 9 more to go. We got one more block before we're going to take a short intermission. But before we do, we got this amazing group here with us live. I know if you're watching online, either from Collider or from wherever you are, you can't all see it. But we're going to take a quick little selfie here. So get on in if you can. All right, audience selfie. Everybody try to get in.
I need longer arms, Jesse.
Yeah, you got to press it.
All right.
Just a small snapshot. Thank you all for being here tonight. It's been a lot of fun here at the Science Center, and we like to have fun with our friends. So let's welcome one of our close friends to the stage, Owen from MNP. Give it up for Owen. Come on, give him a round of applause. We love Owen here in the community. You've been a very active member of the community here with Startup TNT, Cultivator, many others.
Yeah, happy to be here. A little upset I wasn't able to be in on the selfie, but I'll forgive you.
Okay.
We'll take another one later.
We'll take another one. But Owen, yeah, MNP does so many things in the ecosystem. Obviously, a lot of people know you for accounting, but what is MNP really all about?
Yeah, I mean, we're a professional services firm here in Canada. I was told once if someone asks if MNP does it, just say yes, because you can find someone somewhere that can help. But yeah, I mean, why we're involved in this ecosystem is we want to be involved with founders from the start. Those that have more guts than I do take a risk to start a business. We want to be there to support them from start all the way to finish, successful exit or ongoing company, that sort of thing. So that's why we're here and why we're involved.
Are there any particular areas of expertise that people should be reaching out to MNP about?
Yeah, I mean, tax, accounting, whether to incorporate, how to set up your company, that sort of fun stuff. I probably lost 80% of the crowd just saying that, but if it comes to business and accounting, reach out to us and we're happy to help and chat and become friends along the way. So
absolutely, yeah. Owen, you've been a great friend in the community and we are so happy to have you here tonight.
Yeah, no, thanks for having us. We're happy to be involved.
Yeah.
All right, well, with that, I guess we'll leave it up to introduce the next set of companies.
Perfect. So first introduction is Robert from Standard Rail Corporation. And he's going to teach us how he's going to keep things on the rail in the rail industry. So without further ado, here's Robert.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming out. I'm here to tell you about Standard Rail. I'm the CEO and founder of Standard Rail. Just quickly wanted to preface this by explaining the rail industry because almost nobody knows about rail except for being stuck at a train. The rail industry is a $400 billion industry, and the segment that we're focused on is a $70 billion industry within it. That the rail industry just doesn't work without these services. It's a big market, and we're focused on several verticals: transloading, railcar storage, maintenance and repair, and other railcar services. So just to kind of give you an understanding of the pain point that customers are feeling when they're trying to purchase these types of services. First of all, if you're a logistics coordinator and you need to store rail cars or if you need to expand your market, it's next to impossible to do that. You're doing that through Excel, phone calls, napkins, Google. There's no unified place to be able to find services. And then on top of that, once you find the service, it's the whole procurement piece is really difficult with legal and that sort of thing. So we've created a solution called Sidings, which is a marketplace that connects shippers with rail suppliers. This is a map of the locations that we have currently listed. While the rest of the industry has been focused on solving the issue of where is my rail car, Standard Rail is focused on where can I send my rail car. We think that's going to really unlock the rail industry. So our journey, we've been a company for about 10 years. In 2018, I had a customer come to me and ask me to store some rail cars. Can I store a train? And they didn't know where to put it. And I didn't know either, but I thought, why not just put it there? And they did. And those cars sat for a year. And we made money for a year every day. We thought, well, I wish we could find a way to scale this and automate this. If we're making this kind of money off one deal in Saskatchewan, what about North America? So we're trying to build this product for about 8 years. We finally accomplished that. We have a feature that allows order-to-cash booking on our platform. So people who want to book, we're taking that transaction time down from weeks or months to be able to transact down to minutes, which is very disruptive for our industry. Just some platform traction. We haven't really focused on marketing just yet. We've been just fine-tuning the product, but we do have a lot of traction. We have a lot of growth in visitors, sessions on our website, a lot of organic behavior that's happening. The industry's really taken to our solution. These are some of the companies that we've worked with in the past. You can see we've worked with a lot of everyone. We've done over $25 million in sales in these verticals, and now we're taking that knowledge and expanding it through technology. The main thing is to monetize through transaction fees, but we have some other ways of monetizing. Not much competition out there. It's really difficult to build in rail. It takes time to sell things. So that's why we're raising $1 million to digitize and scale this thing. Most of it's going towards go-to-market, marketing. There's still some for product, but rail is notoriously very difficult to get sales. It takes time. The sales cycle is very long. So we're raising money to help us get through that. Working through the phases of growth. Our mitigation, I'm just going to skip that. We don't have time. Why this wins, we really understand this business. There's recurring margin, and we're building ourselves to be acquired or dominate our space. We've got a bunch of advisors in the rail industry. Ex-CEO of CN Rail is on our team helping us with this pitch deck, and our goal is by 2030 to have 1,000 transactions and $100 million in revenue. Thank you.
Great work, Robert. Railways aren't the sexiest industry out there, but a lot of goods and a lot of dollars transport every day, so I think big things to come. Next up is Frederick with OncoForma. It's a virtual presentation.
Hello, dragons. When you get a throat infection, your doctor sends a throat swab to the lab for testing and prescribes the drug proven to kill the bacteria. Simple, right? Now imagine if we could do the same thing for cancer. Test a patient's tumor against a panel of drugs before we prescribe them. No more trial and error. That is OncoForma. My name is Franco Vijaykumar, and I lead a world-class team of scientists and clinicians, and together we are ending the era of guessing in cancer treatment. The problem with cancer treatment is that it's like a coin flip. 50% of the patients get ineffective treatment, wasting precious months and their best chance at survival. This isn't just a failure, it's a catastrophic human and financial cost that we are here to solve. Our solution is a lab test for cancer. We take a sample of patient's tumor, grow it in our lab as a tumor avatar, and test the available drug options against it. We tell the oncologist this one works and that doesn't. We turn guesswork into certainty. Here is a case study where we developed the tumor avatar for a pediatric cancer patient who has exhausted all standard therapies. We tested this avatar with 1,800 drugs and have identified the most optimal therapy for this patient. This isn't a niche idea. It's the future standard of care in a multi-billion-dollar precision oncology market. We start by capturing a key segment in Canada as our beachhead for global domination. We make this reality with a high margin, fee-for-service model. At $25,000 per life-saving test, we operate at a 45% gross margin today, scaling past 50% with automation. We save the healthcare system money while saving lives. Our competitive edge is execution. We have the proven science and phased out de-risked plan to get this to patients now, while others are still not in the market yet. During phase 1, we will pilot in Saskatchewan, and in phase 2 dominate the Canadian market, while in phase 3 expand to the US and other international centers. The blueprint is really clear. We are raising $2 million seed round And this builds our automated lab, validates our platform with 100 plus patients, and gets us to revenue and national rollout, making us a prime Series A target within 36 months. We are OncoForma. We're making personalized cancer therapy a reality, not a promise. Join us.
Saving lives by fighting cancer, I think something everyone can get on board with. Last one I'll be presenting is Ryland with WolfWhale, and I guess anyone who's used a learning management system has probably hated it. So Ryland is looking to solve that friction in the industry and help people, access education. So without further ado, here's Ryland from WolfWhale.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. My name is Ryland Dupre. I used to be a teacher, and I identified a problem with the most important tool used in education. So decided to innovate on it, okay? So what is a learning management system? It is software for managing, delivering, and tracking academic progress of students. It's also an educational communication platform for students, parents, teachers, and administrators. You can see maybe some of those logos you recognize. If you're a parent and have some kids, you probably don't log into EDSB too much, but you might know of it. Canvas, that's popular in post-secondary, and Moodle's popular in Europe. So who uses a learning management system? Students, parents, teachers, and administrators. Students are bored with it, parents are confused on how to use it, teachers are obligated to use it, and administrators demand the use of it. So just getting more into the specific problems, low engagement is the number one. So there's no incentives for students. And it's also, an LMS is competing with video games and social media, formats that are engineered to, that are engineered for engagement. The current LMS, the current learning management systems available, I don't think they're doing great against that. There's an outdated interface, overcomplicated experience, too many buttons, and low participation from parents. We can come back to those, but the solution to it is gamification. So applying game elements to boost engagement, incentivize learning, and it makes learning fun, makes tasks fun. And the idea of this is to compete with the distractions that are distracting the students. So the key differentials about WolfWhale learning management system, there's a virtual pet aspect. So you might know Tamagotchi. Students take care of the virtual pet by completing assignments or scoring certain percentages on tests. Easy navigation, so less buttons. There's an Indigenous resource portal, which we can talk more about that a bit later on. It's customizable, educational mini games, and artificial intelligence tools. So the revenue model is $84 per student per year. There's a $3 add-on, monthly add-on for the access to the Indigenous Resource Portal, which is a portal with resources for land-based knowledge to help Indigenous and non-Indigenous educators integrate that into their classroom. So it's a subscription. The customers are school districts, teachers, and administrators. The marketing strategy is just digital ads, partnerships, presentations at school conferences, and a launch event. So here's the market opportunity. So 250,000 students in Saskatchewan, 20 million value, and if we're looking at the biggest scale, global 1 billion students and 120 billion value. Some traction. We've got partnerships with the Lac La Ronge Indian Band. I'm launching a pilot class in this December. And this is a team, so it's me, a member of the Lac La Ronge Indian Band. I used to teach at SIT, and then I contracted a software team, and I was a successful recipient with the Saskatchewan Indigenous Enterprise Foundation, which I used to build the MVP for my product. Looking to launch to the globe January 2026. Thank you for your time.
Give it up for Ryland and for all the pitchers. Number of folks giving their first pitches in front of a live audience. So let's give it up for our whole first 10. What an amazing round to kick us off in our first half here, wasn't it, Hassan?
It was, and we're halfway through the night.
Yes, we're halfway through. We only got 6 left, but we're going to take a short break here to grab some refreshments, grab some food, and also take in the Science Center here. We have a couple of folks here working tonight that want to show you around, right?
That's right. All the exhibits are open, except, unfortunately, the ones that I'm most interested in. You can't electrocute yourself too close to our equipment. They won't let us use it, and obviously the space-looking gyro thing over here, which has danger and stop written all over it, which totally draws me towards it, is not available either.
The jet pilot would want to go on the gyro. I do see
everything
that.
else is available, like the
Yes.
bubble thing and the water table, and I think there's a little device over there where you can pulley yourself up.
Yeah.
But yeah. Feel free to engage with the exhibits here tonight.
Also, if you haven't gotten your first free drink ticket yet, make sure you find Casey in the maroon burgundy suit just over by the AV table to grab your free drink. But yeah, let's take a quick break.
One other mention
Sorry.
is the food ends at 8 p.m. sharp, so you got about an hour to grab whatever you want to eat, and then after that it's gone.
Good. Okay. Enjoy. We'll be back in about 15, 20 minutes. There will be warnings. All right, and we're back. Welcome back to TNT Fall 2025 Pitch Night here in Saskatchewan. We're having so much fun here at the Science Center. It was hard to bring everybody back to the stage, but we got 6 more amazing pitches to go, don't we, Hassan?
That's right, 6 more. Everyone's enjoying the evening, but let's give the last 6 our due attention.
Yes.
And with that, we have
our next co-host coming to the stage, an awesome close friend to TNT. Let's welcome Landon from BDO.
Everyone give it up for Landon.
Round of applause. Come on, let's get that energy back. Let's get it going. All right. How are you enjoying tonight so far, Landon? How have you been enjoying the Science Center?
Great event tonight. Great atmosphere. I'm learning lots about science.
Yes.
I still want to try and get on that gyro machine later, but we'll see.
Yeah. But Landon, you don't do gyro on a day-to-day. What do you do over at BDO?
I help companies and I help organizations really unlock the possible and kind of discover what's next for them, whether that's through accounting, tax, consulting, all that fun stuff. But I really like to just help companies build and discover what's next for them.
And you've been a proud supporter of the ecosystem. I know you work very closely with some of our other partners around the ecosystem as well. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. We're a proud supporter of Startup TNT, CarLabs up in Saskatoon. We just love being part of this great ecosystem and the environment, the entrepreneurs in Saskatchewan, and helping people, discover what's next and support them in that journey.
That's great. Well, thanks for coming out here tonight to help with the introductions. So we'll leave it up to you to do the second set of 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do it.
It's with great pleasure that I introduce Garnett Weber with Ethnomet.
Thank you for the introduction, Landon. Garnett Weber. I am excited to be here tonight. Thank you to Startup TNT. I started my career as a physical therapist, and then I co-founded a tech company, iTrax, which was successful and still in operation today. There I met my co-founder, Mike Amani, who had led the innovation with MTN, one of the largest telco in Africa. We assembled this amazing team of people to solve one of the world's most pressing issues. Over 50% of the world's population does not have access to basic healthcare services. We can solve that. The Ethnomet platform takes wearable device data from over 200 different wearable products, and we are able to then use AI as well as take information that the patients input and then direct them through an AI triage to their very next best health step. That could be self-care, telemedicine, in-person care, or emergency care. We also have a cost-effective health device, the EthnoRing. It tracks health data, wellness data, and also provides SOS alerts. And for remote and rural areas, we have the virtual care box. And this takes accurate measurements of vital signs. It has a ear, nose, throat camera and even a digital stethoscope. And all of this data is going onto the platform and then can be viewable by the remote doctors to help the patients. And there's a telemedicine screen as well. So our business model is to sell B2B, so we sell to telecommunications companies and governments as well as health organizations. We earn revenue from subscriptions and transactional revenue from telehealth and the sale of devices. We are going to be a global company. We're launching our product in Nigeria. It is the ideal market because of the huge demand. There's less than 25,000 doctors to service over 220 million people, well below the recommendations of the World Health Organization. In addition, they're used to paying out of pocket for their healthcare services, which makes a very short sales cycle. And my co-founder has deep relationships with telcos and government there. We are in market and ready to go. We have 2,000 smart rings in market. We have signed contracts to deploy 300 virtual care boxes through the state of Niger. And ADRAP has a purchase order for 3,000 devices. And we are in the final contract stages with MTN, where they will be offering our health app as a add-on to their subscriptions. We have a unique value proposition in that we allow white branding, integrate with wearable devices and AI. And we are currently raising $2.5 million seed round, and that will help us to achieve some major milestones, implementing these next 3 big projects and developing the product to add on to our subscription modules and pursuing regulatory approvals from Health Canada and the FDA. Ethnomet is a scalable and impact company. The future of healthcare is data-driven, inclusive, and proactive. Help us to bring everyone there. Thanks.
Wow, what an amazing pitch, hearing great things about the digital health services market. Next up, we have Kelsey from Vercotex to present.
Welcome to Vercotex Innovations, a dynamic woman-led and inclusive company redefining what roofing can be. Imagine spending 20 years building your dream home, only to get a letter after one hailstorm, replace your roof, or lose coverage. That's the reality across Canada. In 2024, Canadians filed $8.5 billion in residential weather-related insurance claims, a number rising every year as climate volatility intensifies. Traditional roofing can't keep up. It's failing homeowners when they need it most. At Vercotex Innovations, we're creating roof tiles made from recycled plastic and agriculture byproduct. Class 4, impact resistant, fire resistant, and built to last over 50 years. Strength of steel without the cost or weight, and installed easily using standard shingle methods. Imagine Saskatchewan leading the way with the first eco-friendly roofing tile capable of outperforming competitors across North America. The Canadian roofing industry exceeds $13 billion and continues to grow 4 to 6% annually. Capturing just 0.5% of the market represents a $65 million annual revenue opportunity. In the US, impact-resistant roofs already earn homeowners 5 to 35% discounts on insurance. Canada hasn't adopted this yet, but with the recent climate change, it's only a matter of time. When we think of durability, we picture the pyramids, or centuries-old European architecture. Now imagine that same longevity made from sustainable materials that close the loop on waste. Since incorporating in June 2025, we've made measurable progress. Our product has been validated by Saskatchewan Polytechnic and SAIT. We've worked with home builders and associations to understand the needs and risks associated with new product adoption, being approved for STSI tax credit, and are developing partnerships with Indigenous organizations to create shared environmental and economic value. Tonight, we're seeking funding to take Vercotex from a proven concept to a minimal viable product. Your investment will help us complete final product development, secure certifications, acquire manufacturing equipment, and cover legal costs. We're not pitching an idea. We're bringing a validated, sustainable solution to the market before someone else does. Thank you.
Great job, Kelsey. I don't know about anyone else, but now I'm more excited to learn more about renewable roofing tiles. For our next presenter, we have Dylan from Luminesim.
Hello. Hello, my name is Dylan, and I want to talk about a pivotal moment in the treatment of Parkinson's disease with my product, Acudopa. So imagine that tomorrow your movement starts to get stiff, your fine motor control is failing, and going to the bathroom is a 30-minute experience. This is the reality for about 12 million people living with Parkinson's disease. Now, there's a drug that can fix this. It's called levodopa, and it comes with a cost. If you don't have it well managed, every 1 to 3 hours you will go from side effects of the medication to fine back to your symptoms, and you will repeat this for the next 1 to 2 years until you talk to your specialists and adjust the medication. The healthcare system is not well set up to develop the personalized treatment plan required to thread that needle through the middle, and software systems for the last 40 years have been developed to fix this but haven't scaled because they require blood samples or they required specialized hardware like wearables. That is until Acudopa. We've cracked this problem and found the first optimizer that is purely software, which means we can deliver a solution via telehealth to 12 million people. And because of the predictability of the medication, we can do it with a single day of symptom logs like we've done for all of our volunteers to date. The business model is simple. You come, you provide your symptoms, and we do a tool-assisted consultation. After that, we come up with a few treatment plan options through thousands of iterations in our optimizer, and we send a letter to your specialist. A specialist can take a letter and in 24 to 48 hours, send a note to your pharmacist and trial a new medication regimen. You short-circuit that 2-year wait. And because people's conditions evolve, this is a repeatable business model. People come back for future consultations. At $200 a piece, that's $20 million in the Canadian market alone, 600 million in wealthy countries, and unfortunately, that is going to go up by 50% in the next 5 years. We're positioned for success because I have 11 years of experience as a software engineer and health modeler. We have publications, extensive relationship with the Parkinson's community in Saskatoon and professional networks abroad, a 10-year relationship with our software supplier and a letter of support from them, and Volunteer 2 is one of the most prominent patients and advocates for Parkinson's disease in all of Canada. Our partners at the university are also pursuing a 150-person clinical trial. Our competition is limited to pumps, 1 installation in all of Saskatchewan, and AI solutions that have a garbage in, garbage out problem, because most regimens are garbage right now. Our first milestone is simple. I want to wrap our MVP up, and I want to make a local base of options here. I also need funding to help me tidy up the last of my medical device certifications and get this going for the next 6 months. I hope everyone realizes this is not just an investment. This is a legacy. This is a way to be remembered by 12 million people. So I hope you want to be remembered, and I hope you join me. Thank you.
All right, let's give it up one more time for all 3 of those pitches in that block. Some great pitches there.
They were, and we're down to the last three.
Yeah. So we got 3 more left, and we really wanted to end off with a bang and bring in Saskatchewan's best-dressed lawyer to join us on stage because he's always so poetic and has such great things to say to wrap up our night. But then he went and got the plague. He got COVID. And
what?
Yeah, he caught COVID. People still get COVID, eh? So unfortunately, our next co-host is coming into us virtually here, and he's going to introduce, with some pre-arranged videos, our next 3 pitches.
Hello, Startup TNT and the Saskatchewan tech community. I am Joe Gill, Saskatchewan startup and tech lawyer, and partner with McKercher, the #1 law firm on the prairies for growing and scaling startups. I'm sorry I can't be there tonight with you all celebrating the best of Sask Tech. Unfortunately, I caught the plague, i.e. COVID, and Jesse told me I can't cause this to be a super spreader event. At McKercher, we exist to empower those who dare, the founders who want to change the world. Since 2017, we've assisted over 750 prairie-based startups with growing their companies, helped raise more than $50 million in capital, and given back to our community with an average of 300 pro bono, non-billable founder hours per year. We believe that supporting and building startup communities ultimately builds great startup companies. It's why we've been supporters of TNT from day one in Saskatchewan. We will continue to strongly support them in their summits, their investor education, and probably anything else they want us to do. Tonight's about the community, though, and it's about having these brave founders stepping on stage to pitch their awesome startups. I can do no better than the now immortal words from the K-pop Demon Hunters show that is sweeping our globe, and that is, be fearless and undefined. That's what a great pitch sounds like. Capture your essence, be your authentic self, and change the world. I hope everyone has an amazing night tonight. First up, it's my great pleasure to introduce Niles Whitbrod with CarKin.
Hello, everyone. I'm Niels Whitbrod. I'm the founder and CEO of CarKin Car Share Solutions. CarKin is a peer-to-peer car rental marketplace that connects vehicle owners who are looking to monetize the ownership of their vehicle with drivers looking to rent a vehicle. The problem that CarKin's leaning into really has to do with the inherent issues that the traditional rental marketplace has. Choice is limited. As a renter, you don't know what vehicle you're going to get, nor can you specify exactly the vehicle that you want. And transparency is lacking because often people are confronted with hidden fees or unexpected add-ons, and coverage often is unclear as well. Convenience is also hampered by the fact that you actually have to go to the rental office and line up at the rental counter. And for us as everyday vehicle owners, our vehicles tend to sit idle for up to 95% of the time. So instead of that being a cost, how can we actually turn that into a revenue opportunity? That's where CarKin comes in. We have a web platform and dynamic platform where hosts can list their vehicles for drivers looking to rent. And as a renter, you can save money, and as a host, you can make money. There's also, through our platform, the opportunity to connect over shared interests such as vehicles and travel. Our site is really built around the user and does everything through one seamless experience. So that is searching, reviewing listings, and booking them all in one seamless process. So our business model is that we take a 9% commission on each transaction, not counting insurance revenue. If we look at the competition today, 95% of this market in North America is in hands of the traditional companies. Those are probably all the names that you know in the top right corner. There are some regional players in the car share space. Now, these are fleet-operated businesses, and they focus mainly on same-day trips. But in the peer-to-peer space, there's really only one competitor today, the incumbent Turo. And I wouldn't be here if we didn't have an edge over those competitors. So if we look at the traditional rental market, really our competitive advantage is choice. We'll have a large listing and availability of vehicles, and you can choose exactly the vehicle that you want down to the trim level. The convenience, you can do everything online, and our process is transparent. You know exactly what you're paying before you book, and there are no hidden surprises. We really also lean in, this is a really differentiator with the incumbent in the peer-to-peer space, into this community building. We want to build this solution around vehicle enthusiasts get them talking, get them connected, and get them passionate about the vehicles that they rent or make available and the experiences that this enables. So the team here, I'll be quick here because my time is almost up. I want to highlight specifically John. John is a tech industry veteran, has been a tech executive for the last 12 years, extensive experience with startups. And in terms of our launch, we are pre-revenue. We are working right now on our UX UI design, and our MVP launch is anticipated for spring 2026. So for a pre-seed round, we're looking for $100,000, which will fund development for MVE and beyond launch enhancements, and also marketing into initial markets. So with that, I hope that you will consider joining CarKin and making us a Canadian success story and synonymous with renting cars the evolved way. Thank you.
Thank you, Niles. Up next, we have Sneha Tomar with Cyber Panacea.
Hi everyone, so let's start with a story. So you can see there is cyber attack interrupted Heathrow, one of the biggest airport in the world. They had to shut down their operations and go back to a decade and use their chip system in order to run their operations, all because of a cyber attack. London Drugs, one of the biggest retailer in Canada, we all have been there. They have to shut down their stores for weeks only because of a ransomware attack. Japan's biggest manufacturer in beverages, they survived all the competition, they survived the recession, and they have to shut down only because of the cyber attack. We talk about a new startup in India, which is called Kirana Pro. They lost their entire consumer database overnight, not because they were bad business or anything, just to a cyber attack ransomware. This is where comes Cyber Panacea in the picture. So cyber attacks hovering over businesses more than ever. Companies, even the bigger companies with the best solutions, are struggling to secure their data. And that's why we came in here with Cyber Panacea. Hi, this is Sneha. I'm the managing director of Cyber Panacea and the founder. So what is the problem? This is the problem, where no one is understanding that how big the problem is. Cyber attacks are very common, and the cyber solutions are very fragmented, outdated, and everybody is using them, still cannot secure their data after spending a lot of money on them. Businesses buy 6 to 12 different tools in order to secure themselves, and which makes it tricky for them. High cost, complexity, gaps in coverage, vendor fatigue. Let's talk about the solution Cyber Panacea. So we are the world's first hardware security chip, software and hardware. No one has it yet. 7-layer ransomware protection, which secures your data, quantum encryption, which no one has ever used, and we are the first to use into our hardware and as well as in our software. AI and ML, and as well as we give back the data. Ransomware protection, DDoS, IDS, IPS, WAF, API, rate limiter, data safety. These are our solutions which we have combined all in one. Simple, affordable, future-proof solution. Let's talk about the technology. I'm not tech, so I'll try to keep it simple. So proprietary hardware chip integrated with SAS and AI/ML. So basically, this is a chip in here, which is made for the businesses. It's first its kind in the world right now, and it's a quantum encryption layer, extra 7-layer ransom. Market size, don't go by the numbers. Everybody sitting in this room, whether it's a startup, big company, small company, and enterprise, you are the market, you are our client, and you need us. Business model, very simple. Target audience is you. Revenue, we are already in a revenue model. We have already captured 90K in revenue in our first year. Early customer in cybersecurity pilots. Let's talk about competition. There is competition, but there is no competition because we are the only one who's giving you this. These are some testimonials I'll give you later, some good words. And thank you. And I would like to introduce Surmeet, who is the backbone of this product because he is the cybersecurity ethical hacker with 18 years of experience. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sneha, for that amazing pitch. And last, but certainly not least, Rakesh Pillay with iOrders.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Rakesh Pillay. I'm the co-founder of iOrders. We help restaurants with direct ordering. We help them to generate more revenue from their own platforms. Before we started iOrders, me and my co-founder, Danesh, we used to help restaurants as our side jobs in their websites, technical stuff, POS installation. And then we noticed a problem. There's too many disconnected tools a restaurant owner has to operate. Managing websites, delivery infrastructure, email marketing, online ordering, too many disconnected tools which they don't have time to manage. So they found an easy solution, that is to join the marketplaces. But then that introduced another problem, that is they're losing commission, customer data, and on top of that, there's a brand dilution happening. So we started iOrders as a white label solution which replaces the entire tech stack, the disconnected tech stack, what the restaurants were using. So they're going from multiple tools to iOrders to drive direct ordering, to drive marketing on autopilot. Everything powered by iOrders on autopilot. We make use of the data from their websites, from their online ordering, to generate more revenue for the restaurants. And all these things happens in a way that restaurants get to keep 100% of their profit. We work on subscription fees. These are some of our customers, and similar to them, there are over hundreds of restaurants using iOrders solutions today in 8 different cities across North America. We have been seeing good growth in the last 12 months, 400% growth, and we are processing over $6.2 million monthly. Right now, to expand our services, we are raising $1 million on a safe front, majority of which has been committed already. There's a huge market for direct ordering and customer engagement in the restaurant tech space. And to scale this, we have built a great team in the last 4 years. We want to empower the restaurants with direct ordering and increase their loyalty and their profitability. Thank you.
Wow, I was just so enthralled by that pitch. Trying to take that all in. What an incredible night of pitches. As we give it a round of applause to those last 3 pitches. And for all 16 companies that take the time to pitch tonight.
We did it, Jesse.
Yeah, we did it. And they all stayed relatively on time, which I was really impressed with.
You know, this is the first time I think I've done a summit with you where we've been on time.
Yes, absolutely on time.
How did that happen?
Well, I've got an awesome partner in my life and here tonight.
Come on out here.
Let's give it up for Casey of We Manage, keeping us on time. Reach out to her for any of your event planning and management needs. Of course, I can't also forget to thank our amazing AV team here, J2 Productions. Thank you so much to all of them. Quick fun fact about them, they've actually just recently started their own company, so they're a startup as well, and we're so happy to have them here
live
tonight
demo
with us. Yeah, live demo. So I think they put on a good show for their resume. Also, shout out to Stephanie on the bar, doing an amazing job bartending for us.
All right, Stephanie, bar closes at 8:30, everyone. So
Yes,
make sure you let
we're going to be sticking around for a bit. Also, food is still here, and shout out to the Science Center and the amazing Science Center crew for catering this evening. It was so awesome. Round of applause for all that. Some great food. And of course, thank you to all of you here who came out, spent this evening with us. There are lots of things you can do with your time, right? How you can spend your evening. There are other events happening.
Well, of course, yes, there are other events happening in Regina, but thanks very much for spending your evening with us.
Yeah, and if you're watching online right now, thanks for taking the time to watch. Shout out to Innovation Saskatchewan, Collider Space, and what's happening there with the watch party. I hope you guys had a great evening. So yeah, party's going to keep going for a little bit longer here. As I said, bars open till 8:30. We do have an after-party plan. We're going to head over to Vic's Tavern after this if you want to join us there. And if you're interested in investing with Startup TNT, they can still join us, can't they?
Of course, you can approach one of us or visit the website. And of course, I guess to end off the night, we want to say again, thank you to the sponsors for supporting the evening and for providing.
Thank you. Shout out, round of applause for all our co-hosts this evening. Come on out, even those that were anyway. Shout out to them. Round of applause for all of that. So awesome. We seriously cannot do it without the sponsors. We can't do it without those amazing investors.
That's right.
And so this is just kind of the beginning of the process. We got 16 companies. We're going to have 5 in just a few weeks pitching at Vendasta. It's going to be a great time.
I think the investor is going to have a really hard time narrowing it down.
They're going to have a hard time. Yeah, so votes are going in on Sunday. Investors, make sure you get your votes in over the Thanksgiving weekend. And I hope you all have a great night.
That's right. Have a good night. We'll see you all on the 13th.
Thank you, everybody.